Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to our video of the week as we are sewing through my orange Pekoe quilt. My name is Bev McCullough of Flamingo Toes, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today on this hot Monday. And looking through the comments we already have going through the live, it looks like everyone's hot. So yes, it's toasty out there. Here too in Tennessee, I'm staying inside and sewing. I've just declared it. It's just, we'll just stay inside. It's fine. I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope that you are making good progress on your quilts. It's been so fun to see what you guys are sewing with and how it's coming together. It's been really fun. So I'm excited to continue to see your progress. Feel free to post photos on Instagram or in my Facebook group. Both are linked in today's video description. And share what you're doing, even if you're not, you're just at the cutting out part or whatever the case is. We want to cheer you on. So this is such a fun quilt, and we're really excited to be making it up with you guys. So I can't wait to see who's here. So let's see who we have here today. We have Teresa. Teresa is often very first here, so I'm excited you're here, Teresa. I'm going to pause 1 second and fix my computer. Just hang on. Hang tight. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I think that we're fine, but you know how live videos are. They're just a mystery. So hopefully we don't have any other problems. Oh, let's see. Leon is here, and Cindy, Roxana, Marion, Anita's here. Oh, goodness. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Wendy's here. And Pamela says she thinks the orange peel template would make an adorable butterfly applique. I love that idea. I nominate you to make that, Pamela. Cindy says she'd bought the afternoon tea kit that we are unfortunately now sold out of, but she's loving the dark background, so she's going to make another one now. Yay, Cindy! I can't wait. I was hoping to bring some of you to the dark background side, which isn't like the dark side. It's much more fun and not so mean. Oh, let's see. Katarina's here from Germany. Hi, Katarina. She's not sewing, but looking forward to the videos. Thanks for tuning in. And Lisa's here from sunny Mississippi. Pamela says she likes the dark background too. Yay for that. So let's talk about that dark background. Here is what we are working on this week, you guys. So behind me is the quilt in afternoon tea fabrics. Those came out just about a year ago, and I wanted to make another version, of course, with our sew along, so I thought I would change it up a little bit. So I'm using the dark background, and then the prints in this collection that I chose are a little bit lighter. So the background is my navy Dainty Daisy, so you can see from the picture there's just a little subtle, it looks like a polka dot, but it's actually a very tiny little daisy on here. And then some speckles just for interest. And then the collection I'm sewing with is Feed My Soul from Sandy Gervais. She's another Riley Blake Designs designer, and it's gorgeous, you guys. You've seen lots of different pictures of the fabric and stuff like that, so it's really working out well against this blue background, and it really makes those fabrics pop. So this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to make up a little set of 4 of our little blocks for one whole block, and we have 20 of these to make for our quilt. So that's why we spent all last week appliquing like crazy. And if you're not at this point already, don't stress. There's no time limit on the videos. They will be available for you to watch at any point. So however and whenever you can finish, they will be available for you to watch. So no stressing is allowed. Jeanette's here. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. We have the best chat, don't you guys think? Like, I love reading your comments, and I know that some of the people that are watching later are like, why? But it's just like, even those comments I love reading because I read every single one of your comments, whether it's live or later in the week. I don't I don't have time to answer every single one of them, but they are all read, I promise you guys, even if you're commenting after the video is live. Alice says she's here from Ellenville, New York. That sounds very nice. And Anita likes the dark background. So does Jeanette. Yay! You guys are awesome. Pamela asked about denim Dainty Daisy. Any idea when it will be back in stock? Pamela, I have 2 bolts. 2 bolts? I can't remember what I ordered. 2 bolts coming to me, and I am going to order more this week because I'm afraid that we're going to sell out of the 2 bolts that I have very quickly. So I will update the shop as soon as we get them in. They're getting here tomorrow or Wednesday. I would have to look at the tracking for sure. But I will have some yardage available this week. So yay, it is back in the factory. So if you have another favorite shop that the fabric that's been on order with, if you're shopping from Fat Quarter Shop or something like that, they will be getting it in too if they have ordered it. I don't know what people have ordered, but it should be back in stores because it is back in the factory now. So that is exciting. We are very happy about that. Red Knit says she's ready to applique, but today she's quilting a vintage quilt for a friend. Love it. That's awesome. Jean says, looking forward to this watch quietly and TV crime show playing in the background. You're dividing your time, Jean. I love it. Solving crimes and sewing at the same time. And Lori says she's using On Dasher as the layer cake and navy background. Oh, I bet that's going to be great. I love that. Christmas is perfect. Okay, so I showed you guys what we're going to do. Are you ready to sew? Let's sew. So last week, we made up all our cute little orange peels, or we at least started them, right? I will admit, even I do not have all of my orange peels appliqued. The rest of those are getting done this week, but I'm part way through, so don't feel bad. So we have all of our cute little orange peels appliqued on our background squares. And we need to add our accent pieces, which I am using a very cute little, let's switch cameras. I'm using a very cute little square here. This is a small print from the collection, and I do like to use small prints for the accent squares rather than a really large print because it just doesn't show up as well. So, for example, if I was going to use something like this, I would get, maybe in one part of a red or part of a pink or a yellow, which is fine if that's your favorite print in the collection. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I do like to use a small print because I like to see a lot of that print in these little accent pieces. So this is what I'm doing here. Now it kind of depends on what sort of vibe you are going with on your quilt and how much fabric you have if you're grabbing from your stash or whatever you're doing. I like to keep all of the prints in the accent corners the same. So I bought yardage for that. That's what the pattern calls for. But if you want to make yours scrappy so that you are having more difference in your orange peels and in your accent pieces, that's totally fine. Another fun option would be to use like the same print for your orange peels and different prints for your accents, because that would be a really cool twist on the whole look of the quilt. And now I have to mock one up like that. So the fun things we think of, right? So this is a really fun and easy part. We're just going to do a stitch and flip on the corners of our cute peel here. So what we need to do is we need to draw a diagonal line. I'm going to grab my little tools here. You're going to draw a diagonal line from corner to corner on your little square here, and you need to do that on all of those. And if you have a little laser light or something like that on your sewing machine, you don't have to do that. Or if you're just like a rebel and you just feel like you can eyeball it, you can do that too. So what we're going to do is we have two corners. Let's get over here. so you can actually see aside from my face. We have 2 corners on our square that are not touching the orange peel, and that's where we're going to put our accent pieces. So they're going to go on each corner. You can do these at the same time. What I like to do is sew, get all your orange peels appliqued, and then sew all of them together on one side, down all your pieces, and then sew them on the other side. Just chain piece the heck out of them, and they'll go really fast, even though there's 80. So you're going to do this twice on each of the peels, then it's just really fast if you're just kind of flipping through. Put on a little audiobook or a movie. Are you audiobook or movie or music? What do you like to do while you're sewing? Whatever that is, do that. All right, I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions while I'm blabbing to you about audiobooks. Marion says she saw this pattern with 2 colors, like 2 fabrics, a light and the dark, and it was beautiful. Might be her next one. Ooh, I like that, Marion. Okay, so we have our little corners here, and my lines are fading because I used disappearing ink. It really is, it's an old pen, so it's a very fast disappear. So we're going to go over to the sewing machine and sew these down, and then we'll come back and trim. Okay, are you ready to sew? I'm going to try not to bump the camera. So I've gone ahead and I'm using navy thread here. It's entirely up to you. You can pick whatever is going to blend best with your fabrics. Because I've got this dark background, I'm going to go next to sewing it with my sashing and stuff. I just went ahead and am doing this accent piece with the navy. So I'm sewing on the marked line. And you can see my little laser here that is helpful and allows me to not have to sew or to mark my lines first. But I also need to not look away from what I'm doing because then my line is more of a curve than a straight line, and we don't want that. Okay, so I've done one side. I'm going to flip this over and do the other side. And like I was saying at the other camera, I wouldn't necessarily do them this way, though you can. It's however works easiest for you. But I would sew one, then get the next one ready, and just do all of the ones on the same side as a chain piecing, and then, cut them apart and do the ones on the other side. And the fun thing about these is they're really going to tie together our little orange peel blocks. So I've got them sewn here, and so you can see when we flip these over, you're going to have a very cute little accent corner. And because I picked this white print, it really contrasts nicely with the navy fabric. And then we'll add that sashing around it, and the whole thing is really going to pop. So let's go over to the iron and trim and press these. Okay, here we are. Look how cute, you guys. I'm going to make some room here so that I can press these and hope the iron stayed hot. Okay, so we just are going to trim these. If you are doing multiples at once, you can trim a couple at a time. I've put my little line that's 1/4 of an inch away from the edge of my ruler on that line, so I'm trimming and leaving a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. So you can see here we have that little seam allowance left there. You can do 2 at a time if you would like to, if you feel confident that you can line them up and have them be nice and straight. That's fine. Save yourself the time where you can, and this is an easy way to do it. So now we've got our little piece trimmed, and we're going to go ahead and press these back. And I'm just going to press in place. Okay, and now it looks really cute, right? So the fun thing about this, I'm going to shimmy some things around here, one sec, is this is where we get to really pick out what orange peels we want together with other orange peels. So let's go back to the whole quilt and you can see what I'm talking about. So here we have the entire quilt, and you can see how when I did it, I sort of paired similar colors together in each group of 4. So we have 2 different navy prints here, but they are paired together. And the reason I did that is so that it would give kind of a flower-like appearance to the blocks. Now, again, this is how I laid out my quilt. You're going to do exactly what you want to do, but this is kind of fun. So you don't have to necessarily have a design wall. If you do, you can lay out your applique pieces on it and kind of pick and choose what goes where. But if you don't, you can just take your stack. You can see I have some that aren't appliqued yet. You can take your stack after they're appliqued and just pair up the pieces that you want together. So make little stacks of 4, and you know that when you go to sew them together, that's your grouping. So you can kind of then see if you need to adjust anything or if you want to go for a completely scrappy look. Maybe you're doing Christmas fabrics and you decide you just want all of the orange peels to have just an overall kind of scattered Christmas vibe. That's totally fine. It's really whatever you like best. It's your quilt. So just think about that when you're thinking about how to sew them into groups of 4, because that's what we're going to do next. All right, let's see. Oh, Dawn says she likes to watch YouTube and crochet, knit, and sewing projects while she sews. Oh, that's nice. That's a good idea. I should do that. Joy says she's late. That's okay, Joy. Marion said pairing the fabrics was the hardest part. Hardest, but the most fun too, right? Like you get to play with all these different layouts and looks of your design, and how amazing is that we get to kind of look and see what we like best. There's no wrong way to do it, in case it's your quilt. So it's just kind of that fun of kind of practicing and seeing how you overall like it best. If you do happen to have a big enough space to lay them all out, that's a good way to see overall how the whole quilts, whether you do that on a design wall or whether you do it on your floor or a bed or something like that. The other thing that you can do is if you're not sure of your layout, you can lay it out one way, take a photo with your phone, lay out it another way, take another photo, and look at the photos on your phone. Surprisingly, things that you have taken a photo of will pop out more than if you're actually just looking at it. So you take a photo of it and you're like, oh, I've got my blue sections right next to each other and I want to move those farther apart. Or I don't, it gives you a really good visual idea of how it's going to look if you do that with your phone. I don't know why that is, but it's just like visual magic. So try that sometime. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sew our blocks together. So I've pulled some of the red prints in this cute stacker, this Feed My Soul stacker, and I am going to put them together in a grouping. Kind of like I did light prints in this one. So this one's kind of white and pink, but you can see that the values are kind of the same. Like this one is about the same like value as that one, if that makes sense. This print is not darker than that print, so that's why I liked it. Plus there's not a lot of pink fabrics in this collection, so it made sense to pair it with a white print that does have pink in it, so it ties together. So that's what I did with this example here, and we're going to do the same thing here. And we want to make sure that all of our little orange peels kind of point into each other. They're coming in towards the center, and we're going to have all the points in. We don't want any of our little accent pieces to be in the center. So if you have yours laid out like that, give it a flip. All of your accent pieces should be opposite each other. So top and left and right, you can't see the top, but they're all there, I promise you. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew a sashing piece between these blocks here and these blocks here. And this is going to be our little middle sashing piece. And we're going to go sew those together. We're going to chain piece them. We're going to do it all at once, and it'll be nice and fast. And then we will sew our sashing piece down the center. And the reason I do these 4 at a time is because I do want to keep track of which blocks go with which. So here is where I would kind of stop just chain piecing all 80 of them, and I would focus more on the individual groups of 4, because we're doing 20 of these. We want to make sure that the right ones end up together, and so we are doing this kind of 4 at a time. Okay, let's see. Let's take these over and sew these together. Kelly says, oh, how she agonizes over layouts. Oh, Kelly. But that's fun too, right? Like at the end, it's all really super fun. I hope. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the far right pieces over, and we're going to sew these on first. So I'm going to do these in a little bit of a chain piecing. I'm just going to lay these together and go ahead and sew down there, straight seam, while we go. And I'm going to try and read comments without actually running over my finger. But it's not working. I have to pay attention. Marion says, a photo of your layout also helps with preventing mistakes. Exactly, Marion. Sometimes it's, I mean, how often is it that we don't actually see a mistake until we've looked at a photo of it and we've posted in a group someplace so everyone can see our mistake? I've done that too. Or I've written a blog post where I'm like, oh, look, there it is. There's my mistake. I did that last month with the Fat Quarter Shop Sew Along. I made a mistake and didn't see it until I was editing the photos. I was like, oh, well, that's great. So now I'm going ahead and doing the bottom of the 4-block set. And I'm just doing 1/4 seam, just like we always do. And sewing those together. And I did chain piece those. And because it kind of helps me keep my little groups together. Everybody plays nice. Jeanette says the dark background really makes the orange pills pop. I agree, Jeanette. I'm loving it. So now I'm opening this up, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this one over, and I'm going to sew this one in place. This is our top right piece, and lining that up so it looks nice and pretty. Get over my seam there, and I'm just running down that sashing so it's really nice and tidy and straight. So I've done the top row. Now I'm going to open up this bottom row, and I'm just double checking, yes, everything's lined up correctly. So we're gonna make sure that's nice and straight here. And then we will sew this in place. And I just want to double check that. Okay, so that's easy. And you can also just make your stacks of 4 and sew all of them together and just leave the little sashing, leave the threads between the groups together, and that will hold your groups in the blocks of 4 that they're supposed to go in, if you want to do that. So, let's see. Anita asked, is everyone sharing progress and other fun photos in the Facebook group? I feel like more of you could be doing that. I'm going to slightly guilt you into it because I would really like you to do that. Okay, so we have our blocks all sewn together. They're just held together by our little chain piecing threads. So I'm going to snip those. And then we will press and get ready for our middle sashing. But doesn't this look cute, you guys? Are you obsessed? I'm a little obsessed. Let's go press. Okay, so I need to get my wool mat back over here and my iron so we can press these. And we're going to press these seams in towards each other. And again, the pressing instructions are in the pattern. And you do have to buy the pattern to sew along with us. because it gives you all the measurements for everything, and it gives you the paper template. You can also buy the acrylic template that we used to cut all these out. It makes it really easy. I'm about to lose something here. I have a cute runner to show you guys after video, so make sure after all of our sewing is done, you stick around to see all the cute things that are going on. We have all sorts of new things in the shop that I'm going to share with you guys, and projects that are going on. So after we're done sewing our orange Pekoe quilts, don't go anywhere. Don't want to miss out. Plus we have giveaways. So here's our cute, let's shimmy. We do a lot of shimmying in this show. Okay, look, here's our bottom one, and here's our top one, and it does look kind of like a butterfly, doesn't it? Especially if you used a different color in the middle and then sewed these together like this, you would have a butterfly. Like, how darling would that be? Okay, so we've got our top and bottom sashing between the blocks, and now all we have to do is sew this middle piece in place. And there it is. And we're going to go do that really fast. So let's go to the machine and sew that in place. Okay. Connie says she doesn't have Facebook. That's okay, Connie. No worries. Okay, so I am going to sew that in place right here, and I'm just verifying that I am sewing it on the side where my orange peels point in towards each other, not on this side. Okay, so that's going to stay out. We want that to be on the outside. So I don't want to flip anything or do anything unfortunate. Nobody wants to do anything unfortunate. Okay, so we are sewing this middle sashing in place, and this kind of makes the block open out a little bit. I designed it so that it would have kind of a separated feel between the orange peels so that they weren't touching, and you didn't have to worry quite so much about, oh gosh, is this peel in exactly the right spot? There's a little bit of grace there, and that sashing kind of explodes the blocks or separates the blocks a little bit and gives you a little bit more grace in assembly. So, and it really, I think, allows more background fabric between the peels and lets that fabric that you're using for your peels really pop and show off. So now we've got our second row here, and we're going to flip this over here and sew this in place on the other side. And you guys can see this is just easy peasy, like straight stitching. Once we've gotten the applique done, we can't get our seam allowances tucked, but we can sew a straight stitch. All we have to do is kind of piece them together. So the applique is the most time consuming part, and the rest of it just really flows together super easy. And it's just very, very fun. I hope you guys are having fun. Please give me like a little like or a heart or whatever you can do on YouTube. I don't even know if you are having fun. Okay. Oh, Marion says the acrylic template made things go so quickly. Yes! Okay, so look how sweet. Here we are. Here's our cute little piece. So let's go press that, and then we'll be able to see our cute little block all ready to go. Okay, we're going to press this, and then we are done with our block. And I have to see, did you guys see Marion's comment? She says she took liberties with the pattern, which, you know, I'm always fine with, and put in a little cornerstone between the blocks in the center. Marion, have you posted a photo? I feel like you haven't yet. So we want to see a photo of your little cornerstone. So I think, if I'm understanding correctly, what Marion did is she put a little cornerstone right here so that it highlights between her orange peels. Is that what you did, Marion? Because that sounds darling. Okay, look, there it is. There's our great block. Whoa, dropping all the things. Hang on one sec, guys. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, here's our cute block. Look, I'll hold it up. Ta-da! Look, it's so pretty. Okay, you guys, this is so fun and so easy once we've got all of our applique pieces down that it should just fly with it. Like the rest of it should just fly together. Yay. All right. Jamie says she loves the pattern and can't wait to pick out background fabric for the cute floral 10-inch square she's using. Yay, Jamie. Awesome. Oh, and Jeanette's having fun. She's giving me hearts. Yay. And I don't know how to, Casey, Arizona, right? She listens to audiobooks and chain piecing away. That's awesome. Janice says new needle minders and orange Pekoe template is in your carts. All right, Janice, I'm going to show everybody else, but you're jumping the gun. Good for you. And Patty says that she understands how it goes together. It's kind of like a trick to the eyes. It is, but it's cool, right? It does look like a butterfly, you guys. That's totally true. All right. I'm so excited for you. I really can't wait to see. Please post photos. Don't be one of those people that's like, mine's not good enough or mine's not finished. We don't play that game around here. We love to see what you're doing. So share your photos in the Facebook group or on Instagram. If you're sharing on Instagram, you can tag me and use our little hashtag Orange Pekoe Quilt SAL. And that way everybody can see what you're doing. So it's really fun. Yay. Okay, are you guys ready to talk about, that's this week. So look at what we are at in our schedule, you guys. We are almost done. Next week, we are going to put together the quilt and just talk about assembly and border. I'll have a couple tips for you on adding borders, and we'll talk about assembly with some sashing pieces in between. And really, then it's just kind of looking a little bit more. And we've got our 4 blocks sewn together, so it's kind of laying out all 4 of these groupings and seeing how we like how they look together. So we only have one more week. I can't believe it. It's been so fun. This is a nice fast one. As far as sew-alongs coming up, I am still trying to determine what the end of summer, fall looks like. Things are going to get very, very busy around here, and so I'm trying to decide how that's going to work with my schedule as far as the behind-the-scenes stuff that I have going on and trips that I'm doing. So I will keep you guys posted on what we will do after Orange Pekoe. I don't have that information. I will try and maybe get some information for what we do next next week. But if I don't, know that I will post it soon. It will be in my email newsletter, and I will share on Facebook as well. So if you guys are looking for info on what to do next, make sure you're following my email newsletter because that's a great way to keep in touch. So a couple events that I want to let you guys know about before I show you my cute runners and fun things that I have been making on the side. I am going to be at a quilt shop in Springfield, Tennessee on Saturday from, I don't know how long I am, 11 to 12:30, I believe. It's on her Facebook page. The Facebook page is Not Enough Quilts, and it's KNOTENUFF. And if you go to my Facebook page, so it's facebook.com/flamingotoes, I have shared her post about me being there. So that will give you the address and stuff like that. If you are interested in coming, I would love to meet you. It's a meet and greet type thing. I'm not doing a trunk show, so I will be there for an hour and a half, and she has some Sweet Freedom fabrics. I will have my Heartland quilt that we just finished the sew along for. She's going to have some needle minders there as well, and it's just going to be fun. We're just going to hang out and visit, and you get to spend some time with me, and you get to find a fun quilt shop. She's relatively new to the area, so if you've been looking for a quilt shop to visit in Springfield, this is a great chance. You could come meet me too. I would love to meet you guys. So if you're in the area, I would love for you to stop by. I will also be speaking at the Tennessee Valley Quilters Association Guild Assembly Day. And if that isn't a mouthful, I don't know what is. If you are in the Tennessee Valley Quilters Guild and you're thinking about going to Assembly Day, I don't know how that all works. Check out with your local guild if you can still come. And if you are interested in coming and want to join a guild, I can put you in touch with somebody. I will be there in 2 weeks. So it will be, I'm teaching a class on Friday, and then I'm doing a trunk show for their Assembly Day on Saturday. And it's the 27th? 28th. 27th. So class is on 26th, and the Assembly Day trunk show is on the 27th. So I'd love for you guys to come to that if you are able to as well. That is held in Alabama this year. So, but I do think you have to be a part of one of the guilds that's in the association in order to come. Again, let me know if you're interested, and I will put you in contact with somebody. After that, my next event will be at Garden of Quilts in September. It is held in Utah, south of Salt Lake, in a beautiful botanical gardens called Thanksgiving Point. It's amazing, you guys. It's my favorite quilt event of the year. It's stunning. It's so fun to spend the week with other quilty people. And there is a huge quilt show in the gardens. There is classes that you can take of all different kinds. There's all kinds of trunk shows and presentations and like demos. There's a huge barn full of shopping. There are nighttime events. This year is Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie is going to be doing a fireside chat type thing. She's one of the speakers and for the event, and it's really cool. She's so great, you guys, and she's designing fabrics now that are Little House inspired. Amanda Niederhauser from Jedi Craft Girl and I put on a game show, which is amazing, you guys. It's so much fun. It's kind of like Price is Right, where there's all these different games and we pull the contestants from the audience. The prizes are off the charts amazing. And so that will be happening. And then there's also a Meet the Maker event that's like a barbecue and Meet the Maker, we're all going to have tables where you can come and meet all the different Riley Blake designers and teachers at the event. It's not just our Riley Blake teachers. It's all kinds of different people. So it's really great chance to meet designers and Riley Blake designers and do some shopping too. So if you are looking for info on any of those events, please email me. I'm happy to get you set up with all the info that you need. I would love to see you guys come on out and hang out with me. Yeah. Okay, great. Oh, Marion says she's excited about Garden of Quilts. I'm excited too, Marion. The game show is Thursday night. So I believe Miss Melissa Gilbert is Wednesday night. The game show is Thursday night, and the Meet the Maker is Friday night. And then there's nothing Saturday night. So that is the lineup. All that is on the Thanksgiving Point website as well, so you can check that all out. Yay! Anita's coming! Good job, Anita! Alice says that Amanda and I are so fun together. Saw your posts when you were on the cruise. We do have a very good time together. Oh, yay. So, okay, so those are fun events coming up. So, as far as what's going on in the blog, I am sewing along with the Fat Quarter Shop mystery quilt. It's called Star of Wonder. And last week, I'll show you what I'll get the block. It is not pressed, so there's that. But this was the first week, this gorgeous star block here in the center. And then last week we made up these cool, almost log cabin-y sort of cornerstone blocks. And I'm not going to give away the layout because it's a mystery. So these are going to go in with our quilt. And then tomorrow another block section will be released. This one's kind of being assembled in the round because it's not picture blocks or anything like that. So it's gorgeous, it's free, you can get all the information linked. I have the link to my posts on my website, so you can get the link to the free patterns. And there is a free mystery quilt, mystery cross stitch along that's really pretty, you guys. That's going on at the same time, so you can get both patterns for free. So definitely download those, even if you don't have time to sew right now. because they're free. You can make them up whenever you'd like. I'm also we're still winding down the summer block party. And if you're not familiar with that, it was a free summer sew-along that me and 7 other amazing designers did together. And so we all designed different blocks, and we put them together in a really great summery layout. But now we're releasing bonus patterns to use the blocks in different ways, which is so fun. 2 weeks ago, we had our first 2, and then last Friday, it was my turn and Amy Smart's. So I wanted to show you guys the runner that I made to go for the summer block party. So here it is. Can you see? Yes, you can. Okay, it's called Sweet Summertime, and I used 3 of the blocks from the summer block party. Again, all these patterns are free. The link to sign up is in the video description. But this one's mine, the popsicle party. Then this is Amy Chappell's. This is the flower vase. And then this is Andy Knowlton's, and it is the melon slices block. And you guys know me, so you know I had to add a little bit of embroidery to the bottom. So my instructions are how to make this exact runner, and then how to tweak it a little bit if you're using different 12-inch blocks. But this is, you can put any 12-inch blocks in here. But it's really fun, and I hope you guys love it. And you can still sign up. So the blocks and everything are available for free through the end of July. So after July 31st, they will not be available for free anymore. So you'll want to sign up and download them. You only have to sign up with one designer. So if you sign up with me, you don't have to go sign up with everybody else. But after the sew-along, you will be added to all the designers' emails, and then you can pick and choose whose emails you still want to get after. There's no requirements that you have to stay signed up with anyone. So that's fun and exciting, right? I know, so fun. I hope you guys like it. Let's see. I want to make sure. Marion asked if I do the sew-along with the peaceful baskets. I don't. I'm not doing that. There's just only so much time in the day, Marion, and I can't do that one too. They're very great blocks, though. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you, guys. All right, yay. I'm so glad. The flowers in the vase are so cute, aren't they, Jeanette? It's such a great block. I love it. So fun. Okay, so time for giveaways. Are you guys ready? We're about done, so hang in there. Okay, so every week I have a giveaway to just say thank you, guys. You're the best community on YouTube. I just say it. You are. And I really appreciate. I know there's so many designers out there and so many different people that you could spend time with and money with. I appreciate your support of my shop more than I can possibly say. You make a huge difference for our family. And so this is just my way of saying thank you, guys. So for last week's giveaway, I have saved for you the 2023 limited edition Jolly Box, and I thought it would be a perfect Christmas in July giveaway. So if you're not familiar with what these are, this Fat Quarter Shop does sampler boxes every month, but seasonally they also do specialty boxes. So there's a patriotic box, a Halloween box, a Christmas box, and Valentine's? No. Help me out. I'm not sure, but they're all amazing. So they're a little bit bigger than the regular sampler boxes, and they're full of things. And I'll just show you really quick what's in this one. This is the Season to be Jolly. This one comes with this darling quilt pattern with the candy canes and the little candy pieces. I love it. You get a Fat Quarter bundle of holiday cheer, and I did look on the Fat Quarter Shop website, and you can buy this bundle. Now, I think you can't buy this quilt because it was exclusive to the box. But if you love this mini Fat Quarter bundle, you can get this on Fat Quarter Shop. So it's just got, let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Fat Quarters in here. So, and it's Holiday Cheer by My Mind's Eye. It's so great, you guys. You can see all the different little colors. There are pins and needles in here. I love this packaging. It looks like a little cracker. An entire spool of Aura Thrill thread, you guys. That's amazing. And then some little Quilt As You Go Jolly gingerbread pot holders. And you can use this fabric here, this fat quarter bundle, to make these cute pot holders. And it comes with the little gingerbread people to applique. And there is, whoa, very cute little charm here of a candy cane with a big bow. Isn't that so fun? So that is all in this box. And this was last week's giveaway, so please don't cry if you didn't win. But our winner is Big Sister 3158. So you are the winner. If you could email me, bev@flamingotoes.com, and I will get your prize right out in the mail to you this week. If you aren't sure how to enter, all you have to do is leave a comment on the giveaway, on the video, and that will count as your giveaway entry. So it's really easy. You can do that whether you're watching right now or whether you're watching later in the week, which is also right now for those of you watching later in the week, and you can enter to win. It's super easy, and I just announced the winner the following week. All you have to do is check back and see if you won. All right, so easy, right? Oh, yay! Okay, so giveaway time for this week. You guys, I bought another 10-inch stacker for you because I fell in love with it. This is Blossom Lane by Catherine Linnaeus. I don't know how to say her last name. Linnaeus. I'm sorry, Catherine, if I'm butchering your name. But you guys, this collection is darling. First of all, check out this color palette. It's so pretty. She's got some big florals here. I'm going to really zoom in, but look at you guys. There's a print of little doors. I mean, stop it, right? And then look at this print with all the envelopes and the little stamps. I mean, they're just so cute. And look at some little coordinating prints, other little florals. It's hard to see, but this floral, these three right here, are little keys. So you can see it most on the gold. There's a little key right there. And then there's florals to go with it. I mean, it's just so great. Like, how cute would this be as an orange Pekoe quilt? One of my favorite things about this pattern is that it shows off the fabric. So sometimes you don't want to cut up a fabric into tiny, tiny little pieces. You want to actually be able to see the prints. So this one is beautiful, you guys. It's called Blossom Lane. It's in stores now, so you can pick it up. And, I mean, look at these florals on the front. It's so pretty. So I have that for you. I have two 5-inch stackers of the original Hush Hush. So Riley Blake does a low volume bundle every year, and this is the original bundle. It's so cute. And so you get two 5-inch stackers of all of our little low volume prints. Each print is designed by a different RBD designer. And I will tell you, Hush Hush 4 is coming out this fall, and it's so good, you guys. I can't wait for you to see my print. I really love it. It's one of my favorites. And then I also have for you 2 yards of each of Lori's Be Cute lace. So these are so great. You can put them on bags. You can use them as all kinds of things. You could use them as like a mini quilt, as the binding, you know, inside the binding, like so that the lace peeks out. I mean, it's just great. And this is a good neutral color. So 2 yards of each different type of lace, and they're from Lori Holt. So that is this week's prize, and you can enter to win. All of you guys are entering as you comment. So yay. I'm glad you guys like them. Jeanette says she never wants to cut her fabric. Just look at it. Same, Jeanette. This is the problem. Okay, so before I let you go, I want to let you know that we have had the biggest release of needle minders and charms that we have ever had. You guys, there are 4 new needle minders in the shop and 4 new charms, and I am so excited about them, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think of them. So are you ready to see them? I'm going to show you. So we have 2 new needle minders that go with my Melody collection that is coming out in September. So it's almost here. So the 2 new needle minders are the Melody Lane Birdhouse. Look, it's so cute, you guys. It has a little bird, little florals, some greenery from the tree that the birdhouse is in. And this one's really fun. It looks a little purpley here on the camera, but it's actually blue. So And then we have a little bit bigger guy than we normally do. So our needle minders are normally 2 inches wide. This little cutie is, they're normally 1.5 inches wide. This one's just slightly bigger. So not too big to use on your project, but big enough that we can see these great branches here. So this is the song sparrow bird, and she's just really, really pretty. And you'll be able to see this bird in different colors on one of the prints in Melody. So those are fun. Then you guys know we have a Main Street Bakery series. So we had to add a Main Street Shop series. I just totally gave it away. Main Street Shop series, where we have all different kinds of shops as needle minders, quilt shop, needlework shop. Well, we're adding a bakery. Let's see if you guys can see. Sorry, my ceiling fan's on. So the bakery is so fun. It's greens and blues. It has a full window of baked items. This one's all desserts, and this one's all breads. There's a little bicycle in front, and the back of the bicycle has bread in the basket ready for delivery. And this is our brand new bakery for Main Street. So fun, you guys. And then we are starting a brand new series of quilt blocks. So we have a brand new needle minder, and we're starting off with one of my favorite quilt blocks I've ever designed. It's called the Shining Star block. And if you go to my shop and look at the listing for this, I actually have the link to the pattern to make this cute block. So this is the Shining Star quilt block, and this is brand new as well. So this one's really fun. So those are the 4 new needle minders. And then we have 4 new charms. So we always do a charm version of the shop. This is the bakery charm. And they always come with this great like gold lobster clasp. There we go. Came into focus there. So this is the bakery version. And, excuse me, we're doing charm versions of the quilt blocks, because I felt like these would look really great on like project bags, don't you think? Or as keychains or whatever you want to do. I put them on my purse because they're so cute. So that is that. And then we've had a lot of requests for some of our needle minders in charm form. So we're starting with 2 of our most popular. Our little black kitty is now available as a charm. Doesn't she look so cute? I love her so much. And then we also have the little floral hedgehog. So these little guys are in the shop ready for you. And I thought, just really quick, I know we're almost out of time, but I thought you might like to see how they look when I get them from the factory. So I design all these. I send them to our factory, and then they send me back the needle minder. And they don't have the magnet on the back. So we have them put this ring on here so the magnet doesn't slip around. And then we glue the magnets on and package these up for you. So there are 2 magnets, one of which is glued in place, and then the other one's loose, so that you can, let's see, I don't have a piece of fabric. Yes, I do. So that you can put them on your work and like this, and then it will hold your needle when you're not stitching. And I don't have a needle right here, but it will hold your needle while you're not stitching. And you can put it on your cross stitch or your embroidery. You can put it on your paper piecing. You can put it on your quilt while you're binding. The thing I like to do is wear them on when I'm binding. So if I'm doing hand binding, I put the needle minder on me or on my like little backing board, and then I can rest the needle when I'm moving my clips down, so that I don't put the needle in my couch or in my foot or anything like that. So this is just a little kind of peek into how the needle minders come and what we do here at home. So your orders and things like that, whether you're buying them from me or whether you're buying them from your favorite local shop that's carrying them, make a huge difference for us. So I just wanted you guys to feel appreciated. But these are our cute needle minders, and that's what a needle minder is. So all these are in the shop. You can find them now, and I hope you guys have fun checking them out. I would love to know what your favorite new needle minder is, what your favorite is in the grouping. Let me know in the comments. And that's it for today, you guys. We are going to come back next week and put our quilts all together. don't stress if you're not that far. The videos will stay available for you to watch at any time, so don't worry about that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay cool, stay inside and sew, maybe applique. Have a fabulous week, you guys. Thanks for being the best group out there. I hope you guys have lots of fun, and I will see you next Monday. Bye, everybody.